rational fear of Islam, I think, does exist because of a rational threat that exists. There are, in fact, people who proclaim the Islamic faith as they do violent acts, which is separate and distinct from a crazy guy shooting a congresswoman in the head without any clear ideology. I think the concern that I have, and I think we all have, is that there are a segment of, a small, tiny segment of Muslims who commit violent acts or try to commit violent acts, doing so in the name of trying to promote their faith. That is, when they get arrested or as they're committing the act, are proclaiming their faith in God and saying Allahu Akbar or something along those lines. That's the rational threat. I think that I, as a Muslim, am trying to confront that. We as a Muslim community should try to acknowledge and confront that. And that we should understand that non-Muslims in this society are also trying to confront that. And if we have that rational basis of understanding that that exists, that we are trying to confront it, then we can rationally target that fear, rather than to pretend that Glenn Beck is right, that there are 10% of us on this panel or elsewhere that are Islamic terrorists. That's what I'm trying to separate. There's a rational fear and an irrational fear. Anyways, I'm not going to continue. Let's go back to the audience.
Just so you're not alone in a limb, I would actually also agree with Faiz that there does exist. And if you don't acknowledge this, I think you have your head in the sand, especially if you're in the Muslim American community. There are certain radicalized elements within the communities that exist and that we have to confront, and we are confronting. And in fact, if you see in Virginia what happened, the Virginia 5 that went to Pakistan allegedly to engage in jihad, it was their family, their community, and their parents, and I believe even CAIR, that went and talked to the FBI. And this is really important to note that that type of threat is not a threat, is a threat to all communities. You know, it's not like, oh, they're Muslims, so we'll protect them. I mean, if Faisal Shahzad in New York was successful, he would have killed Muslims as well. And so effective partnership between law enforcement and multicultural communities in tackling all sorts of extremism, all sorts of terrorism, all sorts of radicalized elements, including the Hutaris, the radicalized Christian militia, who were caught by a convert to Islam, by the way. A lot of people don't know that. A convert to Islam is the one who outed them. I think if we have partnerships, we've seen that that's the way we are successful in battling extremism in America. Just want to throw that.